Hey guys, what's up? In this video we got a call with a person who's currently a pre-med student that's thinking about actually dropping out and not going to med school and actually go ahead and pursue his passion with his drop shipping. So this is a really good video and I highly recommend everyone who's currently in college, in university, doing something that they're not passionate about to highly watch, because there's a lot of probably valuable and relatable knowledge they can relate in this video. Before we get into the video, let's announce last videos for $1,000 worth of courses or consulting calls with me. The winner's here. All you have to do to qualify is drop a comment below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, like this video, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be picking the best comment every single video. And if you guys watch to the very end, I go ahead and reveal my Facebook testing strategy and what to do if you're really on a low budget and you're a student, how to go ahead and make dropshipping work. I include that at the very end, so go ahead and watch till there if you want to get this info. Other than that, let's get right into the video.
So, undergraduate right now, graduating here in May, and I don't like what I'm doing. I don't want to be a doctor.
That's crazy. So you're graduating as a doctor soon?
No, not as a my degree's pre-med. To go to medical school. So sadly, I was only doing it for the money, and then I shadowed a couple of doctors, and it is a true commitment, and most of these doctors aren't doing it for the money. So I had to self-check myself. Yeah. So I just typed in one day how to make money online, and here we are.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, because I know, like, I have family friends who, you know, are becoming doctors, and it's like a passion job. You have to be passionate about helping people. And it's like not worth it for the money. Like literally the amount of hours you're getting called in at 3 a.m. It's stressful. Like you could get that same amount of money for the same amount of stress doing something else.
Exactly. And I figured out, I always wanted to help people, but one of the doctors I shadowed, and she said that there's other ways you can help. It doesn't have to be through a medical profession. So that was nice to hear from her. But I mean, I just transferred all my knowledge, well, the very little I have from university, to all this e-commerce, and I mean it's helped. So it's kind of hard right now because like my parents are like they have this image of me being a doctor, and like in their mind it's the only way becoming successful, but they think like this is like a fad or something. But
my parents thought the same.
How did you overcome that? The money just started coming in, or?
I started during the mid-year of my first year of university, and roughly after 3 months, you know, I was on break and I had another 3 months of summer holiday. In that 6 months, by the end of it, I was able to crack the code and really pull in money, and that bought me a gap year. And with the gap year, I was able to solidify what I was doing even further and buy myself a second gap year. So now I'm on the end of my second gap year. If I don't go back to university by 2020, I'm out and I lost my degree. And that's sort of how I did it. I just sort of kept on getting results to buy more and more time and doing it in a risk-free way. Because like if it didn't work out, if I didn't have what it takes, I could have just went back. Like I could go back to uni right now and finish off my degree. But obviously once it gets past end of 2019, that's when things get pretty risky. But within the past 2.5 years, I'm pretty confident that I have what it takes to keep myself alive for the rest of my life.
Like, when did you really start becoming successful?
What's your definition of success? And I'll try and model my answer after that.
I feel like success, yeah, it can be like your bank account when you just stopped caring about what your parents say and like what your friends thought and your university friends thought. Like I think that's when you're successful. It's like when you can just block out the outside and just know that. When did you gain that confidence in yourself?
Got it. So it was during that 3-month summer break that I had, where I just did nothing but just try to crack and make dropshipping work. I didn't care what my friends were doing. Everyone was going out. I was just stuck at home, just trying to figure it out. I'll tell people that I'm doing this online store type of business. No one understand. People are like, okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. You have an online store. It's like, what's going to happen from it? But I believed in it, and I just was head down for 3 months straight. And I think that's sort of when I got into that mindset of not caring what people thought. And then I just sort of kept that mindset throughout, and it's pretty hard to maintain because like everyone's always doubting you. You're always wanting to flex, but like the moment you start flexing, the moment you start letting your ego grow too big, You've gone too far in the other direction. Now you're really not caring about what people think, and you're starting to think that you're the top, you're the best. So that's too far. So you want to have the balance of knowing that you're the shit, you're really good, like I'm the shit. I know what I'm doing, I'm pretty talented, and I'm really successful. But at the same time, I'm new to the game. There's so much for me to learn. I'm pretty weak at the moment. And there's just so much people that are much more successful than me and have much more going than me, that are even younger than me or even my age. So I'm pulling from both ends.
But no, I mean, I think you're doing a great job, man. I've tried to let that ego go as well. I moved back to my parents' house. I had an apartment for 3 years, but then I'd like listen to like Dave Ramsey and stuff like that. Like, go back to your parents' house, save that capital. And I mean, I had to bite the bullet on that. I mean, having your own apartment in college is kind of it's a flex because you don't live with the dorms, you're not with your parents. But I mean, I was paying $600, $700 a month.
Yeah.
And I just started to know but you're right, I guess letting that ego go.
100%. And like, I'm at a point where if you do something like that, you want to make sure you get a return from it. If you're living in your own apartment, you want to be making sure that by being there, you're able to make more than $600 to $700 every single month. If you're unable to, and it's just a flex, then moving home makes sense. So right now I'm in a place where paying money to get out of my mum's house and get my own spot, the increase in productivity, the increase in creativity might outweigh the monthly rent. So, right now I'm still crunching the numbers, I'm looking around, but I think what you did was a good choice, for sure. I agree with it.
Yeah, it was kind of hard because like everyone, well, it's because it's like that college scene it's crazy. And
it must have been, because like now you put yourself on that pedestal, and then now like everyone's talking.
Exactly. Yeah, I had friends that like, they literally stopped talking to me because they thought I was, that I couldn't hack it.
That's a blessing in disguise. Like now you know who the true homies are, and now you know who the fake homies are, and you're able to cut them out through this move. So it's a blessing in disguise, and now you have 2, 3, 4, 5 homies that you don't have to worry about ever again.
Exactly. Yeah, it kind of does trickle down to 4 or 5 of them that are really there. And I mean, 2 of them are my cousins.
Perfect. Now you know who they are. Now you can just roll with them for the rest of your life. You came back home, you now live with your mum again, and they're still around. Now you know they can stick around for the tough parts, and you can have them for the long run.
Exactly. Yeah, but it kind of became a little antisocial butterfly because, like, at the height, man, it's because it was hard because I was the president of my fraternity at the time.
Okay.
We were one of the biggest fraternities on campus. I mean, it was a small it's not a small campus, but it's like you're a big fish in a small pond, And just, I mean, but I had to realize that what I was trying to become wasn't really what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then plus I was into debt, into like faking a persona.
I think what you did, really like stepping down, I think what you've been doing, your growth, like this growth, it's much bigger than the growth you had through, gaining a bunch of, people, followers, network, building that sort of connection, that sort of status. Like that growth is nothing compared to the growth you're having right now.
Okay, like finding yourself. That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Couple months that you really got to understand who you are, and it's because you see that's why I kind of wanted to jump like onto this call, because it's kind of hard to talk to my friends about this because they're working in the oil fields right now, and like in their mindset they have all these nice things. Like my cousin has a T06 Corvette, man. Like,
that's dope.
And like, yeah, like we went in it the other night. I went 150 like on the highway, bro, and it didn't even feel like it.
Damn.
But like it's kind of hard to like be on that level with them, and like it's cool because they don't try to compete, but like it's like my own mentality is kind of warped in a sense. So that's why I kind of wanted to talk to someone like you that's in the space,
Yeah, I definitely understand what you mean. It does get lonely, and that's when you want to become your own best friend. You really want to be comfortable on your own, become your own best friend, and start attracting like-minded people. That's sort of what I'm working on. I'm trying to build a team. I'm putting together, mastermind dinners. I want to meet like-minded people, and I'm putting myself out there because, in the past year, I've been doing nothing but just grinding on my own. And I'm at a point where it's ready. I'm ready to start building my team, start building that sort of force, that circle.
Like that force field.
Exactly. But you need to be comfortable on your own and with yourself before you can do that. And then with the, with what everyone's on their own journey. When when you're in your friends' cars, your cousins' cars, like they're on their journey and you're on your journey, and you have to really believe in yourself and just know that that's gonna come. Like I know a lot of people, I have students that outscale me, outgrew me, and they're doing way better than me. Just because one, I'm not even tripping because I was the teacher, I helped them out and I'm happy for them. But I'm not worried that they're doing better than me. I'm on my own path and I know how long my game is and I'm not too worried. Like I know that I'm going to be the best of the best, not out of ego, not out of competition, just because I know my worth, and I'm so happy for everyone that excels past me and becomes better than me. So I'm pulling from both ends. I know that I'm going to become the best, but at the same time, I'm so happy for everyone that's doing better than me.
Kind of humbles you in a sense, huh? It kind of makes sure that you don't have this ego.
Exactly.
So when micro testing for products, man. So the thing was, I feel like I had a winning product. But I was getting like consistent sales 2 to 3 days. I was getting it was like a $30 profit margin. But when I would duplicate my ads, I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't testing different interests every time I would duplicate them. So I guess after I guess I had a phase. I had launched them on like a Thursday, and you know how like Sunday I got a lot of sales like on a Sunday. I got like 2, but then I had I was testing worldwide, so I had to refund like 2 people back because like the shipping was like $30. And like when micro testing for products, man, what's your advice on that? Because I ran out of money for testing. That's one of my biggest issues right now. I ran out of money for testing.
Okay, so the first thing first is you mentioned about the shipping issue. So with the shipping issue, you definitely, before you refund it, I don't know, you probably already did, but just for those who don't already know, if your current supplier, shipping to that country is really expensive, there's literally 9 other suppliers on AliExpress that would sell the exact same product and ship it to that exact same country for way cheaper. Maybe the cost went from $10 to $15, but the shipping went from $30 down to $5. And like that's usually the case. I've always found other suppliers that could ship at a much cheaper price, and I'll keep to the main supplier if it's the cheapest price. And when I get orders from weird countries, I'll get my VA to go ahead and use a second supplier that has, it's a second lowest price, and it can ship to those countries at a cheap price as well.
Okay, so like strategize, like your suppliers, okay.
Horizontally scale, you're right. When you duplicate, you initially always want to start by horizontally scaling into different interests. Duplicate and change the interests. And you want to say if you duplicate it 5 times, you want 3 interests to be directly related to the interest that had that sale. And you only want to scale when you have an ad set that has like 3 sales. So tell me an interest that got you sales.
I was testing security cameras.
If you have an interest that was security cameras and it got sales, then you'll go ahead and duplicate it 5 times. One you'll do security man, spy cameras, and you'll do like, I don't know, security alarm. So 3 interests directly related to that initial interest that got you 3 sales. And 2 interests that are completely different. One could be like, I don't know, get out of jail or jail service or something about jails. And one could be about like technology, gadgets, high tech. So that means you're able to not only spread deeper into your current winning interest, but as well start testing the waters with different interests similar to that field and get creative with it.
Yeah, because I feel like I not that I'm saying that I'm a master at Facebook ads, but I kind of understand the paradigm of finding like videos and like capturing the audience, and like I kind of understood the marketing aspect, but when it came to like when I started getting sales, I got scared because like at first you don't really think it's happening, but then like you see like people are placing sales, and you're like, oh shit. And then after you get that first couple initial sales, you're like, okay, what do I do? Because like I had like a little downfall because I got stopped. Like I got stopped making sales, and then I duplicated, and then on Sunday it like went off. But then like Tuesday rolled around and no sales at all. It was just like I was like flabbergasted.
Yeah. So what I always do is I do what you do where I launch ad sets on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I leave those countries, and I leave Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday just for killing ad sets.
Okay.
So you basically want to look for an ad set that can survive the ups and downs. So if an ad set dies on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it's not worth keeping, and I just kill it.
Okay, that's what I was. I have a course too with I don't know if you know Barrett Strudwick. You know Tanner Fox.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it's one of his like friends, and it's a really good course. So he had said something along the lines of that course. You know, the more you learn, the better.
Give $3 ad sets a try. I've heard pretty good results with that. I know people that do pretty well, and let it run over a period of 3 to 4 days. Kill ad sets more earlier rather than killing at break even point. Maybe kill it at 80% of break even point, and just sort of make things stricter if you have a budget. And then what you could also do is try find a side job to fund your ad spend. That's also pretty important.
Yeah, man. I picked up. I'm going to school full time, but then I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I get paid under the table. And then I like sold my Apple Watch. I'm just anything I have in my room that I don't use, I'm flipping it right now.
That's perfect.
So my friend had the Series 4 Apple Watch, and he needed to get rid of it, so I bought it for $250. But then I flipped it on eBay for like $400.
Dude, that's amazing. That's something you do. Get into the flipping game. Buy and sell stuff from Facebook groups, sell it on eBay. Buy stuff from Craigslist, sell it on eBay. Arbitrage, and use that money fund your dropshipping business. You have two options. Either get really good where you could actively make money flipping and have that fund your Facebook ads, or you could take a step back from dropshipping, go all in on flipping, stack up 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, and then get back into dropshipping. Those are the two options you have.
So build the capital of like 5 grand, 4 to 5.
Yeah, that's my recommendation.
I see a lot of people saying 750 to 1,000, but man, I have like a $600 budget, and I went through that sucker quick.
It's impossible. And I'm actually advocating for the second strategy, where you take a step back and you go all in on flipping, because one, you'll be able to stack up money where you'll be able to comfortably really give dropshipping a solid try, and by the end of you saving up 5,000, you would have built the skills to just flip automatically. You'll be flipping stuff as a side hobby, and it'll take you little to no time just because you built so much experience. So you'll be able to make money and have it basically fund your Facebook ads.
Yeah, just trying to build that capital up.
And then meanwhile, just keep watching YouTube videos, learning, and just keep watching and absorbing dropshipping content in the meanwhile if you don't have any funds.
Yeah, and then I've been getting into like a free traffic testing too. I mean, a sale that I can pick up here or there.
Yeah.
Like the free traffic, like building up an Instagram page and.
Calculate how much money you would get if you put in 10 hours using free traffic methods versus putting 10 hours into flipping products on eBay. See which one makes more money. And then the one that makes more money, go all in on that. Stack up your capital and go back into Facebook ads. And by the time you get back into Facebook ads, that free traffic, that strategy, that side hustle you have, it's going to be so easy for you to do. You would have mastered it by then. You'll be able to make money on tap.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I was like I had an idea of the route, but now talking to you, it helps me solidify. Like I was telling you earlier, I had no one to like base, no one in the space.
Yeah, if you're ever in that situation, whip out your phone, whip out a camera, and just talk about what you've been doing over the past weeks. Talk about your ideas and what you plan to do, and you would know what's the best route. When you're laying everything out, black and white, in front of a camera, in front of your phone, you'll know what makes sense and what doesn't. You'll be able to hear how stupid you are with some ideas and how some things that you thought didn't make sense just is so clear.
Sort of like a little personal documentary.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that helps you voice out your thoughts.
Yeah, and it's something that you could look back on. an 80-year-old self is going to be so thankful that you filmed those.
And what are the couple of things you like to do, Andy? Like, do you meditate? Do you read?
I love to meditate. I like to do affirmations. I like to read. I like to watch horses. That's something big. I like to really travel, get out the house. I'm a big fan of nature. Yeah, that's sort of like a bit of it. I like hanging with friends, catching up, working. I enjoy work. What I do, I pretty like stuff like this. Jumping on calls with viewers, creating content, learning, documenting. I'm like really, like I love what I do.
That's like the point I really want to get to. Because I mean, I can drop out, but the way the university said, if you drop out, they're gonna tag on that debt. And I'm looking at, like, if I were to drop out, it's like 40 or 50,000 that they would tag on to me right now, just because I didn't finish that degree.
So how long do you have to finish it?
In May of 2020. So I got a semester and a half left.
Perfect. And is there any such thing as gap years?
Yeah, there is a gap year. You can take gap years. Do you recommend that?
I recommend, why don't you just go ahead and just crush the next 5 months, next 6 months. Crush it and just save up money. Do something that you can really succeed in. Like while you're doing college, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to really succeed in dropshipping. But flipping, creating a buying and selling business, that's definitely something you could master and make money from. So go all in into eBay flipping. Buy stuff from Craigslist, Facebook groups, and just flip. Buy and sell, go to garage sales. Learn and master flipping. There's just so much money out there. And that's something you could easily do alongside your college degree.
Yeah, because it's because you do have to sit for maybe 3 to 4 or 5 hours, like you said, and like just put in that work in for dropshipping, because it's not that easy.
It's not.
Yeah, my friends think that like it's just like posting something and like people go in your like funnel. It's not that easy. Like this month, that month that I was able to run those ads, I made around like $300. But I mean, you have to factor in like the product cost, and you have to factor in the ad cost and
the PayPal fees, the Shopify monthly fees. Yeah, there's a lot. It's tough, but it still works, and you wanna really do it when you're ready to. I think right now, with not having a budget, with doing so many other things at once, you're buying and selling, you have this you have this side job, you have college, and then you want to do drop shipping, it's just too much. And you're still also selling back at your mom's place, and you try to figure everything out. Drop shipping, I think you want to do it with a clear mind, and after May, you'll be able to go all in.
Okay, now I feel like that was my plan. Now you just helped me put the nail in the coffin.
Perfect. I'm glad I was able to help. Any last questions, George?
No. I mean, I'll be there supporting your channel, man. I'll be spreading it.
I really appreciate you following the channel. Let me know if there's any questions whatsoever. Keep me updated with your journey, man. And that's the interview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I personally found it really valuable, and if I was sort of getting started, this is the type of knowledge, especially when I was in uni and trying to make dropshipping work, that would really have helped me. So question of the day, what are you currently juggling dropshipping with? I want to hear your story. I want to hear your struggles and what you're currently doing that you have to juggle on top of making e-commerce, your passion, become a reality. Drop that in the comments below. Other than that, hope you guys found this video value packed. If you guys did, be sure to drop a like below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with more value. Peace.